All right, sticking with your weather, 135 miles an hour, some heavy wind over in Florida.
Yeah, winds that we don't necessarily expect or ever really experience here, thankfully, Alana.
Well, closer to home, we're quiet today. We had that storm move out of the area. Live view from Utah State, where we have a few clouds in Cache Valley. How pretty are the trees on Old Main? Gorgeous live view there up in Cache Valley as temperatures are warming. Also busy at Arches. Live view from the eastern side of the state with clear skies. We want to hold on to that, especially as we near the eclipse. That viewing tomorrow between 10 and about 10:40 in the morning. We'll get into that in a second. Satellite radar shows quiet conditions, some cloud cover near Elko and Ely, associated with a little disturbance that is going to bring some clouds to northern Utah for the overnight, which is good news because that means clearing for tomorrow. Along the Wasatch Front, we're dry. Things have been quiet. It's been a beautiful day. We're just running a little bit below average, 50s and 60s right now in northern Utah. We're starting to drop 63 in Salt Lake, a little warmer than that in Green River, 62 in Moab, 73 in St. George. The 24-hour temperature change shows the warming trend already underway. We're 14 degrees warmer in Salt Lake and 11 in Logan than where we were yesterday. That northwesterly flow has eased, and now we have dry conditions. Beehive Blitzes tonight. You just heard it, and we've got good weather. If you're going to be a high school football fan and cheering one of your favorite athletes on, dry skies expected, 50s in the north, and we'll see 70s turning into 60s for tonight in the south. Okay, it's an annular solar eclipse. So what's the difference between the annular and the total? Well, the moon's going to cover the sun, but it doesn't do so 100%. The ring of fire is what everyone's looking forward to for tomorrow morning in the Beehive State. A few fun facts for you. You know we're the only known planet that has perfect eclipses? The moon is actually 400 times smaller and 400 times closer to Earth than the sun. Temperatures can drop really quickly. When that shadow is cast and the eclipse is happening, we can drop 10 degrees in just minutes, and that shadow is going to travel quickly over the Beehive State, moving 2,500 miles per hour across Utah, which is why it's a small window that you can get out and view it. Let's have Mother Nature play ball with us when it comes to the eclipse, and she does. We now see that shortwave bringing cloud cover to northern Utah. Great news during the eclipse time in central and southern Utah, which initially was supposed to see some high cloud cover. Central Utah could be in that mix, but really in the north. Now, a partial eclipse is expected along the Wasatch Front. We could see some clouds, but we're going to stay dry as we get through our Saturday and into our Sunday. Really quiet conditions. Okay, if you're heading to one of those really exciting cities where you can totally see the eclipse, you've got great conditions. 50s for those temperatures. Now with clearer conditions, this is the time that the eclipse is expected to be viewed in these areas. Lake Powell looks really good. 50s in Panguitch, Salina. Panguitch may have a cloud or two. So will Mexican Hat in the Four Corners area. Other than that, looking really nice. Salina, Fillmore, Blanding, all those spots that everyone's headed to. Should be pretty great. Okay, how about our pattern? Our weather pattern looks pretty great too. High pressure building back, keeping us dry, and we stay that way into early next week. We start off with that October warmth, and eventually a little bit of a system grazes Utah, will cool us down for the midweek, but it looks dry. So at this point, we don't really have much to be concerned about when it comes to next week's pattern. 60s and low 70s for tomorrow, 72 in Moab, 70 in Cedar City, and we're going to see some of those 80s coming back in St. George by Sunday into the low 80s, looking really good there. And dry with lots of sun. That's above average. You know what? You can't complain. There's the Wasatch Front because that is just absolutely stunning. Okay, our eclipse pops in on Saturday. 60s turning to 70s. October warmth to kick off our next work week. Looks really nice. Looks really dry. And there you go. You're taking that view of when the eclipse is moving through. Partial eclipse for the Wasatch Front and Southwest Desert. That darker line that you see. All those cool spots that now get clear skies.
Okay, I'm so excited. This is tomorrow.
Yeah, and you have to have your eclipse glasses.
Okay.
So be ready for that, but a lot of people are really excited, and it's going to move quickly. It moves 2,500 miles per hour.
You mentioned that. So when you say quickly, like what is that? Minutes? Like just a few minutes?
So it's only in Utah between like 10 a.m. and 10:38 a.m.
Right.
So I mean, it's
really
moving very quickly, and that's why you have to kind of
So don't miss your chance.
It's a small window. Oh, I think everyone who's down in central and southern Utah,
they're ready.
they're not missing it. They're ready.
If they don't know about it, they'll be like, why are so many people here?
It's a really busy weekend.
Could you imagine? That would be a surprise.